All right, it's our honor to spend a few minutes with the president right after he launched a major announcement going after big tech for censorship, and we have the pleasure to talk to him right now. But before we get into it, I want to say on behalf of everybody at Right Side Broadcasting and the millions of people across this country that we've brought to our platform to follow and support you, thank you for being a fighter and keep putting America first.
You have done a fantastic job, and you're a real voice opener. You allow people to hear what's being said. And, you know, I always used to say it's all about ratings. It doesn't matter. Well, we get these magnificent ratings, but a CNN and even Fox, unfortunately, they won't put it on, despite these big ratings. I used to think it was all about the ratings game, and I think they're hurting themselves very big economically. CNN's ratings are down by 79%. Fox is down. They're all down. But you were out there through thick or thin, and I heard that YouTube did a number on you, and you said, that's okay, well, you can do the number, but we'll be there. And you were there, and you got, I heard, incredible ratings on Saturday night with the speech in Florida. So I want to thank you. Great job. Right side.
Well, we really appreciate that. Okay, let's get into this lawsuit and what it means for the average American, what it means for an administration like yourself to move forward, and not just Democrat or Republican, but just to stand up for our First Amendment and protect these God-given rights.
And you're right. It really isn't a Republican thing or a Democrat thing, because one of the lawyers, as you heard today, explained that this can flip very easily. All of a sudden, you know, right now the Democrats are totally in bed with big tech, and very unfairly in bed, where they won't talk about the Hunter Biden things and the laptop. I mean, things that if that were a Republican, you wouldn't last a week what was on that. That's crime-riddled like nobody's ever seen before. And they keep it off and they suppress it, and they go after the New York Post, and they go after some of these outlets that put it on so viciously and violently. It's terrible. So this is about freedom of speech. This is about Section 230, where they're given the greatest probably thing ever given by a government to a company. Nobody's ever had this, is liability protection. It's about a lot of things, and all we want is we want total fairness. And the conservative voices, look, I'm the President of the United States, and I was taken off for a statement that was so mild and mundane. And you see Hamas is on, and you see that dictators are on, that the world, they want the world destroyed. And all these people are on, but they take off the President of the United States. So it was time. I will say that a lot of people watching Right Side have said, and a lot of people have said, period, when are you going to file a suit against them? And I almost felt compelled to do it, and I think it's a very popular thing to do, but more importantly, it's a very important thing to do.
Let's talk about your partnership with America First Policy Institute. They're fighting for freedom and liberty and just across the board. Great legal team you have as well, partnership with them. Let's talk about that.
So we have a great team, and Brooke Rollins is outstanding. These are people, many of the people, Linda McMahon, these are many of the people from the administration. I didn't know they were going to do it. They called, they said, sir, we formed a group of quite a few people, great stars. And they said, we want to do America first because we don't want people to forget what we did. And, you know, amazingly, they're trying to take it apart, but it's not very easy to take it apart, and they're failing so badly. When you look at what's going on with, look at inflation, what inflation's going to do to this country. But the energy we discussed, so many different things, the border. I said, and I use it, and I guess it was pretty well quoted, so I don't want to bore you, but if Joe Biden went to the beach, he'd have a powerful border right now, the best we ever had. But he decided to get rid of everything we did. We had a thing, stay in Mexico. You couldn't come into our country. You had to stay in Mexico until we accepted you in, and we went through all sorts of rigorous tests and everything else. So we knew somebody comes in, they're good. They're coming in legally. But he ended all of that, and now we have millions of people, not hundreds of thousands, millions and millions of people are flowing through our border and will be flowing through. It is so unfair to our country. And, you know, they talk about the pandemic and they talk about all that. We came up with a vaccine. We did a great job. Well, these people are coming in. They're infected. They have the China virus. They have all of the signs of it. You can look at them. You can see that. And we let them come in. They just come in. It's crazy.
It is crazy, and we've been down to that wall that Joe Biden stopped, and the people around the wall definitely want this border wall.
It would have been finished within a matter of a couple of months, and he stopped it. Has to be painted also, by the way. It doesn't sound very glamorous, but you know, when you have steel, you have to paint it. And we built this wall that is not penetrable. It's really incredible. It's everything the Border Patrol wanted. They wanted steel and concrete inside the steel and then rebar. I gave them everything. And we have the wall, and it really worked, but we have certain sections that we had to finish. The reason is it took 2.5 years to win the lawsuits. We had many lawsuits brought by the Democrats, Nancy Pelosi and everybody, and we won all the lawsuits we started, and it was just about finished, and he stopped it. What a shame. And now they want to finish it, but they'll never get it started again because of the contractors.
Yeah, you mentioned that before. One final question. How can someone right now watching us get involved in this lawsuit and make a difference?
Well, they're going to read all about it. They're going to see exactly what we've done. It's a pretty big story, I guess. And they can join us in the lawsuit. They'll go through the law firm. It's very simple to do, and I think we'll have hundreds of thousands of people joining us already. I mean, we have thousands of people that want to join.
Within an hour or so, right?
Yeah, within hours we have thousands of people that want to join. And, you know, a lot of people have been thrown off. They don't even know why they've been thrown off. And then other people that should be thrown off aren't.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave you with this. Last weekend in Sarasota, you announced to the crowd that Right Side Broadcasting, we fight like hell for freedom and liberty. And I'm here to tell you, Mr. President, and everyone watching us right now, we will continue to fight like hell for our president and this country. And God bless you. Fist bump on that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.